Okay, so what I want to talk to you about is 1/3 of this foot is coffin bone, from about right here, up here, here, and then 2/3 of this foot is cartilage and fat. Like right in here on the other side of here, you have fat, which is the digital cushion, up in here and in here. And remember, your foot, this is all your foot here too. We're going to take the two other bones in this part of the foot, the pastern, whatever, off, and you're going to see just the foot as we go into more dissection here. But you've got your cartilages here, and you've got a digital cushion right here. In and of itself, the digital cushion cannot support the horse. It has to have frog growth. In here, in the central sulcus of the frog corium, grows a big chunk of frog that supports the whole back of the foot and supports the digital cushion right here. And they work together. What I want to show you right here is how, okay, all of this is cartilage and fat. This, when the hoof capsule is trimmed incorrectly, it can get smaller and smaller and smaller. And it can start to pull, first of all, it can pull all this cartilage down like that and under the foot. I can't even push it forward as much as we see it happen. Like this. These heels can get contracted. See how I can pull them in? Like so. Or another thing that happens is when this hoof capsule gets smaller, see, it follows the shape of the foot. If the foot has frog, then the heels won't contract. Instead, what happens is it'll pull the frog corium out like this. It'll pull the frog wide, and it'll pull the frog forward like this. And so then the periopal that grows here and here, that's only supposed to crown the foot and be around the top. Here comes my little chicken. Hello, little girl. You want to come over here and say hi? Want to come over here and say hi, little girly? Yeah, they love hooves. Yeah, well, come here, little girl. I'm going to put you down. Okay. She's on the crew. She's part of the cast. All right. Okay, so anyway, this is all cartilage and fat. As soon as you take this hoof capsule off, this drops down. See there? See how that is? That's why it needs the support, good support of heels. Whoever thought, see, they just haven't done enough dissections. They talk about dissections, and you see their websites, and everybody's taking a course, and they got, 20 feet there. They're all trimming, and some of them they're dissecting. But they ain't done enough dissecting to really understand what's going on with this foot. And that's why it's deceptive, because you see these barefoot sites and these other sites, and they're talking about how much they know about the foot, and they got cadaver feet. Here she comes again. They got cadaver feet and all that, but see, they don't know that this foot is covered with skin and that it's one unit and that it's got to have support. I mean, think about it. How sturdy is that? Why should a horse be walking on those bulbs? But that's exactly what's happened. We're getting the heels trimmed out of them, and what happens is when the heels are trimmed out, this digital cushion that's here, first of all, it strips the frog out of the center of the foot, pulls all this down and under, and it takes this digital cushion that's supposed to be up here, and it stretches it, and it pulls it way down like that. See there? And then they have a hoof capsule attached to it. And then they dissect it and they cut it in half and they see this big wide digital cushion here and they think, oh, it's a good foot. The digital cushion grew. No, you distorted the digital cushion by trimming out the heels and pulling all this down and under like that. They pull the bulbs and the cartilage under the foot, and then the horse is forced to walk on that with no real protection on his foot. This is a correct foot. The bulbs are up off the ground. The frog, look at the frog that grows between the bulbs here. Look at that. Look at that, how deep that is. That's sulcus. Okay, this is what's growing between there. That right there. Now look at how flexible that is. See there? Yak yourself. Okay. Now this is how the frog is supposed to work. It's supposed to have this big, thick chunk of frog. She just flew on my shoulder. Don't poop on me. Okay, come on, get down. Come on. Ah, she's on the top of my head. Get off. Go away. Okay. You know, all in all, it's a wonderful marvel. And it's simple in a complicated way. It's a foot that has a shoe that fits and supports it. And so every horse should have a frog like this that's high up in the foot. Look at there. See that? High up like that, supporting these bulbs. Right up there. Okay? And so what's happening is people are over trimming the heels and pulling all this down and under and forcing the horse to damage his foot, basically. Another thing, okay, let's talk about, look at the frog on this horse. It's an inch thick. And what's more, it was a live frog. It wasn't a dead frog. Okay, the frog is made out of frog tubules. These tubules, if you see here, you can see these little hairs, little tubes. Everything on here is a tubule. Everything's fed by a tubule. The frog is supposed to be like rubber, and it's supposed to give. It's not supposed to be forced to bear contact on the ground continually and beat the horse to death. And then not only bear weight, but take the heels down all the time so that you're forcing the frog to bear weight and it wears the frog out. Eventually, see, all this gets pulled down and under and the hoof capsule gets smaller, and then it takes, since it's growing from and connected to this foot, it just takes and it pulls all this down like that. Okay, see, this should be clear back like this. And what it does, it takes and it pulls it all forward. And over time, it can absolutely force it and even make it up to, it can take 2/3 of the foot away. I'll show pictures of that. And so what we do intact, the anatomically correct trim, is we restore these heels. We restore these frogs. We allow the foot to release and come back and grow the capsule the way it's supposed to. Okay, like I know there's just a ton more of stuff. Now, what I find interesting about this capsule is that it's at an angle. It's at an angle going down like that, like kind of like that, so that the foot was sitting not flat, but kind of at an angle, Okay, so I just want to show you this again. Look at there. I think I'll put on my shoe. Woo, fits good. Good fitting shoe. See there? Good fitting shoe. Look at that. Horse has protection. Big, thick 2-inch frog here. It's 2 inches here. He's got 2-inch heels. Got about 3/4 of an inch of sole in his heel. He's got uniform sole thickness around the foot. See that? Now, what happens is this pastern goes down like this. I don't know if you can see that. Down like that. And the pastern goes into the digital cushion. The digital cushion pushes down on this frog there. See it? Let me get this a little closer here. Okay. I hope that's not going to be blurry. Okay, I just want you to see this mechanism going on here. You know, they talk about form and function. The truth is that I don't think they got a clue, because they're trimming the heels out, which strips the frogs out, and they're forcing the horse to walk on these sensitive bulbs with no protection. Okay, all their trims based on one dead wild horse that wore its heels out. Okay, but if you start looking around at other wild horses, you'll see they got lots of heel. Okay, watch that. See, again, the pastern comes down like so. Look what happens to the digital cushion here. It goes, these cartilages spread out. The digital cushion is compressed into here. And then it presses down on this frog here. On this frog, see? Like that. How cool is that? See? Oh, let me get this. That's what the frog is supposed to do, right there. You know, that's why you don't have to take the heels down to the base of the frog. You don't have to force frog contact on the ground, because it needs some room here to be able to expand. That's called suspension. See there? That's what the frog does, right there. When this foot, see, and supporting this digital cushion right here. Like that. I can't make it do it, but I guarantee you when that horse steps down, this frog also goes like that. See? Okay, well, I just don't know if I got everything in this video I wanted to get in it, because I need to dissect this foot. There you go. How cool is that? Yeah.